My arch-nemesis mocked me for being perpetually single, so out of spite, I pinched my own neck until it turned red. I pointed at it, smiling like a menace. See this? My boyfriend left it. He snorted. As if. What guy would ever touch you? Hours later, I was sitting outside the OB/GYN with tears streaking my cheeks when that same rival stormed in, looking like thunder. Who is he? I will beat him senseless. He grabbed my wrist. Quit crying. I am taking you and the baby. When I opened my eyes, I was naked beside a man. That was not the horrifying part. The horrifying part was who the man was. Lucas Chun, my sworn enemy. Everyone in our social circle knew we could not stand each other. Our fighting was practically entertainment at parties. Last night at the bar, we had lost a stupid bet and were forced to kiss. Lucas leaned back afterward, wearing that lazy smirk he used whenever he wanted to irritate me. A little stiff there, princess. Was that your first kiss? Fuming, I slipped into the bathroom and pinched my neck until a hickey-like mark appeared. I marched back out and flashed it at him. See this? My boyfriend gave it to me. He kisses way better than you. His expression froze, then dropped. He looked at the mark with a cold glare. Then he sneered. Please. No man wants you. Maybe he was bitter about losing, but the guy who normally drank sparkling water like a Victorian maiden suddenly downed shot after shot. Lucas got completely trashed. I drove him home, originally planning to snap blackmail pictures of him drooling on his pillow. Instead, I somehow ended up in his bed. Fantastic. I tried to slide out of his arms, but the moment I moved, he tightened his hold and nuzzled my neck. Mian Mian, stop fussing, stay with me a little longer. Mian Mian. Of course. His precious first love. He was literally holding me while dreaming about someone else. Jerk. It took all my strength to wiggle free. My legs felt like wet noodles when I stood. The room was a mess. Pieces of last night flashed back, Lucas holding my waist, my ruined stockings on the floor. I wanted to slap myself for not fighting harder. Then I glanced at him sleeping there with that ridiculous body, those muscles that size. Honestly, who would resist that? Fine. I would treat it as a free trial with an imported top-tier gigolo. In our little community of privileged disasters, there is an unspoken rule about hookups. Keep them quiet. If anyone found out I slept with Lucas Chun, I would have to move to another country. Ignoring my aching body, I wiped every trace of myself from the room. Every once in a while Lucas stirred, and I had to pat his cheek or kiss his forehead just to make him roll over again. My pride died a little each time. After sneaking away from his villa, I collapsed onto a bench outside a convenience store. My phone rang. Lucas. His voice was rough, like he had swallowed sand. Zoe, where are you? My heart skipped. Memories of his breath in my ear made my face heat up. W, what do you want? Did you bring me home last night? Yeah, I was passing by. Wanted to see you make a fool of yourself. He did not argue, like usual. Instead, he asked quietly, did you sleep at my place? I lied without blinking. Yeah. I crashed in the guest room. You did not sleep in my bed. No. In your dreams. Nobody wants to sleep there. He went silent. Just then, a group of college guys walked past me and bumped my shoulder. I let out a small yelp. Lucas suddenly spoke again. Who is that? You are with a guy. I seized the chance. Yes. My boyfriend. We are going on a date. What do you want? Lucas sounded flat. Nothing. Guess I was dreaming. Bye. Dreaming. Probably a wet dream. Good for him. To cover my tracks, I made a fake photo of myself with a headless gym bro and posted it with 3 kissy emojis. It worked beautifully. Lucas did not bring anything up for a month. He did not even text. Feeling triumphant, I threw a small party to celebrate the end of my anxiety. But before I could sip my champagne, I ran to the bathroom and threw up everything. When the doctor handed me the test results, I stared at them like they were written in another language. Pregnant. Was Lucas a sniper or something? One shot, direct hit. The doctor asked if I planned to keep it. I wanted to curl into a ball and disappear. Before I could even leave the waiting area, my phone rang. Zoe. Your Aunt Karen saw you at the OB/GYN. Are you pregnant? My throat tightened. Mom, I kind of want to keep. She interrupted. Get an abortion immediately. I already arranged your marriage. Come home and sign the papers. We need that land in the East District, and your father must secure his position. I went cold. Mom, do you even care about me? Or who the father is? You just want me to get rid of it. Who cares about the father? Your bastard half-brother is rising in the company. That mistress's son is after my inheritance. Is that all I am to you? A chess piece to fight a mistress. Stop acting. If you were a son, I would not be struggling like this. I gave you everything.
Just marry the man.
How dare you raise your voice at me? Just marry him. Mom, you never think about how I feel. My fingers trembled. Every time you wanted money, you dragged me into one of your fake cheating scandals so Dad would pay me off. I cannot live like you. I am not sacrificing my life for a miserable marriage. Silence. Then her voice turned brittle with rage. You have 1 week. Get the abortion, come home, and get married. Or, do not call me your mother again. You will get nothing from me. She hung up. I broke down right there in the hallway.
My phone slipped from my hand.
Through blurry vision, I saw a pair of polished shoes stop in front of me. Never knew the princess cried this ugly. That deep, mocking voice. Lucas chin stood over me, hands in his pockets.
Perfect.
Just what I needed. I wiped my face and turned away. Stay out of it. He glanced down at me, smirking. What happened? Your muscle boyfriend dumped you. Crying outside the OB-GYN looks suspicious, you know. I jumped up. Shut up. I am not pregnant. I was not here for that.
A nurse walked out at that exact moment.
Miss Zoe Zhuang, are you still scheduling the abortion? We close soon. I froze. Lucas blinked. His smirk vanished. His gaze sharpened.
Zoe.
How far along are you? He reached for the test report on the chair. Panic shot through me. I grabbed the paper and hid it behind me. If he saw the dates, he would put everything together and demand I get an abortion. Lucas, what are you doing? A woman's womb is private. You cannot just look at it.
Fine.
I am pregnant. 9 weeks.
Happy.
Want to laugh at me? He stared at me for several long seconds. 9 weeks, he muttered, eyes darkening. Good. The timing did not match the night we slept together. He believed it. Is it the gym guys? He asked. I looked down. Yeah. Does he know? Why should he? Call him, Lucas said calmly. Tell him to come here. I almost died on the spot. Summon a man who did not exist. Impossible. He blocked me, I said quickly. Blocked. Lucas repeated the word with a cold tone. Zoe, you are loud and bossy every day. Now a man dumps you and blocks you, and you just accept it. He sounded angry. Why was he angry? I wiped my face. Who said he dumped me? I dumped him. Lucas raised a brow. Then why were you crying? Tears of joy. Silence. Then he asked, what are you planning to do with the baby? The words left me before I could think. I am keeping it. Talking to my mother made something very clear. If I did not abort and obey, she would cut me off. I only mattered when I was useful. Unwanted children learn to survive on logic, not love. This child might be the only person in the world who would not use me. Keeping it, Lucas repeated quietly. Then he scoffed. You really love that muscle guy. You will raise his kid even though he blocked you. I did not know you were such a pushover. He just wanted to hit me where it hurt. I refused to let him see me crack again, so I turned and walked away. Turns out I gave my mom too much credit. When I went back home to pack, the guards blocked the gate. My suitcase was tossed straight onto the driveway like garbage. I crouched down, shoved my rumpled clothes inside, zipped it shut, and dragged it away behind me. Rain poured from nowhere, sky turning charcoal in seconds. Soaked and shivering, I searched for a place to hide from the downpour. Headlights flashed. A black sedan pulled up sharply in front of me. The window slid down and Lucas Chen's face appeared again, annoyingly perfect even in the rain. He glanced at me, then at my pitiful suitcase. I tried to angle it behind me. What a coincidence. I am, traveling. Lucas said nothing. He stepped out of the car and walked toward me. I took a step back, embarrassed. Lucas, not today. Please. I do not have the strength to argue. Just go. Before I finished, my feet left the ground. He picked me up with zero effort and snagged my suitcase with his free hand. You keep saying you want the baby, yet you stand here soaking yourself. Are you stupid? Another insult. He put me in the back seat, towel dried my hair, and cranked up the heat. I wanted to lecture him, but the moment warmth hit me, sleep dragged me under. When I woke, I was in his bed. 2 heavy blankets wrapped me and my feet were bundled in a fleece throw. No wonder I felt like I was roasting. I heard movement in the kitchen. Lucas was making congee. When he came over, he pressed a hand to my forehead. No fever. You feeling all right? I gave a small nod. Eat, then shower. Okay. I devoured the food like a wild animal. Lucas gave me a helpless look.
Slow down.
Nobody is trying to steal your bowl. He reached across and wiped a bit of rice stuck at the corner of my mouth. I swatted his hand. Quit nagging me.
Good.
Your appetite is back and your glare too. He smirked, pulled a cigarette pack from his pocket, hesitated, then tossed it into the trash. I blinked. Guilt pricked at me. You can smoke if you want. I will leave soon anyway. Lucas slid my phone across the table. It kept buzzing. I muted it. Your mom sent a pile of messages.
He saw everything.
The threats, the marriage nonsense.
Mortifying.
I slapped my phone under me like I could hatch it. A moment later, his own phone lit up. Video call from Grandpa. Brat, answer phone. Where is my granddaughter-in-law? Bring her to me, or I will come get her myself. Grandpa, I am busy loving on your granddaughter-in-law.
Bye.
He ended the call without hesitation. I almost choked on my congee. I stood up awkwardly. Thanks. I will get going now.
Zoe.
Lucas stopped me. His voice was unusually serious. I turned. What? Marry me? Huh. I left City Hall with a marriage certificate in hand, still dazed. I married Lucas Chen. If this leaked, half the city would faint. The other half would pass out when they learned I was pregnant. Lucas finished talking to his grandpa and slid an arm around my waist when he returned. Pregnant women should not stand on steps. It is dangerous. The closeness made my brain short-circuit. I tried to edge away. Don't touch me. Mrs. Chen. Lucas bent toward me, his nose brushing mine. It is legal now, so showing affection to my wife is perfectly acceptable. His voice carried a quiet laugh. The word wife sounded far too intimate on his lips. My face burned. Memories of that night flashed in my mind, the way he lost control against me. Zoe, what are you thinking about? He pinched my waist. My mind tripped. The baby is not yours. Lucas's expression darkened instantly. His aura turned lethal. Zoe, we just signed the papers, and you are already thinking about that walking protein shake? I just had a random thought. He looked like I had stabbed his pride. Life forced me into this arrangement, so I kept reminding myself that he was basically a very wealthy middle-aged sugar daddy. 1 year, 50 million mutual benefits. I could survive it. I patted my chest. Confidence. It is only a contract marriage. We split after a year. I will take my baby and disappear. I will not cling to you. And you know you will never fall in love with me. Lucas's expression froze over completely. This man was impossible to please. He sneered. Impressive mindset. Of course. I take my job seriously. Serious enough to fulfill marital duties? Duties? Sleeping with me? I stared at him. I am pregnant. How do you expect that to work? Lucas gave a cold smile. Pregnancy does not stop you. You have a mouth. My brain shut down. My whole face turned red. Lucas Chen, you are shameless. He kissed me before I could finish. The kiss was unrestrained, angry, rough. I whimpered. He held my head, pulling me closer. I bit him, forcing him to stop. Your kissing skills still suck. Compared to that night. I froze. Wrong night. Wrong comparison. He glared at me. I switched stories immediately. Compared to my ex, you are terrible. Better to die than expose the truth. Lucas gave a short, furious laugh. You are bold today. Talking about an ex in front of your husband. Should I find him? Impossible. I made him up. At least I thought I did. 3 days later, Lucas dragged a man into the room. I stared at him like I was hallucinating. This is him. Howard Howe. Third son of the Howe family. Useless, spoiled, woman-chasing idiot. Lucas threw a photo onto the table. It was the photo I had cropped for that fake Instagram post. I wanted to slam my head into the wall. Of all the men to randomly choose, I picked someone in our social circle. Lucas leaned toward me.
What?
You do not recognize your ex. I could not deny it without exposing everything. For the baby, I nodded stiffly. Lucas's smile turned dangerous. He kicked a chair aside. Howard shook like a leaf. Prince Chun, I was wrong. I swear, I do not know this girl. Lucas grabbed him by the collar and punched him square in the mouth. Who allowed you to call her that? Another punch. Who allowed you to touch her? Fists thudding into flesh. Lucas, wait. He looked over his shoulder. Heartbroken. Of course not. Beat him all you want. Howard bawled like a child by the time Lucas was done. Prince Chun, I never touched her. I swear. Playing hard to get. Lucas crouched and patted his cheek. You are not worthy of her. She is Lucas Chen's wife. Now and always. If you ever bother her or even breathe in her direction, I will feed you to the dogs. When Lucas finally walked back out, there were splashes of blood on his shirt. I stood waiting under an umbrella. Are you okay? Mostly, I wanted to know if Howard was still alive, but I was not stupid enough to ask. Concerned for him?
No.
I only care about you. I tried to peek anyway. Lucas lifted me off the ground without warning and carried me to the car. Still looking? He braced me against the back seat, stare burning through me. I was not looking. Do not lie. How could you like trash like him? I did not like him. Actually, do not get this close. He pinned my wrists above my head. When the baby is born, it takes my surname. Maybe my genes will fix its IQ. If it inherits yours or his, I fear the worst. But we said we would divorce. His fingers tightened around my waist. Thinking of marrying him instead? I know. He laughed under his breath and kissed me again, possessive and angry. So he gets a free pass, but I get attitude? Am I not good enough? Not rich enough? Not handsome enough? Zoe, are you blind? My eyes burned. Tears slipped out. Lucas Chun, stop yelling at me. He froze. You are crying?
When he saw the tears, he panicked.
Okay, I will stop. I am wrong. I am horrible. Please do not cry. He kissed the tears away gently this time. You and the baby, I want both. I will take care of you. His hand slid up my thigh, lifting my skirt. I will make you feel good. Let me take care of my wife, all right? I was crying and confused, and by the time I understood what was happening, my skirt was on the floor. Lucas, what are you doing? Men always lie. He said. He was comforting me. He was absolutely not comforting anything. I woke in the bedroom again. My fingers ached, and my body was covered with evidence of his so-called comfort. I cursed him while dragging myself up. Fresh breakfast waited on the table. A note beside it.
Eat.
If it is past 10, throw it out. I will send new food.
Take your folic acid.
No cold drinks. His handwriting was surprisingly elegant. I grumbled and went to wash up. The bathroom had soft mats, and the toilet seat had been replaced with my favorite pastel blue. Annoying man, yet unexpectedly considerate. Maybe because he fussed over me so much, I had no morning sickness at all. Even though we kept the marriage quiet, my family found out. My mom called several times a day. Even my arrogant half-brother begged to see me. I knew exactly why. Lucas Chun was heir to 2 major family empires. His name carried terrifying weight. I did not waste the opportunity. I used his status to negotiate with my dad. He had no idea about the contract. Eager to please Lucas, my dad gave me a massive amount of shares. I accepted without blinking. I also took several properties and antiques off him, for good measure. I told him it was to show sincerity to the Chin family. I felt a small pinch of guilt for using Lucas. Very small. Considering how he used me every night, we were even. Honestly, I suspected Lucas had married me for my body or because he had some strange pregnancy fixation. I rubbed my belly. Baby, your father is a menace, but he treats us well. Maybe I should reward him a little. I texted him. Chin dog egg, I want to design a shirt for you. Send your measurements. He replied instantly. 10.1 inches. Me? Not that measurement, you creep. Lucas. Girth 3 inches. I can send a photo if wifey wants. Reply 1. Me, liar, I saw it. It is 1 millimeter. Over the next month, I paid dearly for teasing him about that 1 millimeter comment, but I finally finished the shirt, hand-embroidered, hand-sewn. Tonight, I plan to present it at his birthday party. I entered the VIP room with a gift bag and immediately felt the mood shift. Lucas swirled his wine, face dark, and there she was.
Fu Mian.
Our high school classmate, the so-called White Moonlight, the woman who had once made Lucas scribble love letters. That drunken night, he had murmured Mian Mian. It had been her. I should have been relieved, but my stomach knotted. I sank into a corner, hiding the bag. Hours of embroidery felt pointless. Then, a text from Lucas. Something came up. Don't sit near me. Go home early, the driver will take you. Fine. I didn't want to sit with him, anyway. I was just about to leave when a rich kid at another table started loudly gossiping, dragging me into it by accident. You know Howard Howe? Paid me to be a surrogate once. Took his sperm for IVF. Funniest part? The doctor said it was defective. Totally useless for conception. The table erupted in laughter. Lucas snapped his head up, eyes locking on me. I ducked further. One thought consumed me. I am dead. My contract husband's first love was back. My baby's paternity could be questioned. Life was cruel. I spent the party trembling, half expecting Lucas to drag me to an abortion clinic, even though he had been unusually kind lately. My mom, ever the opportunist, had also been nice until she wasn't. Trust no one. After the party, I cornered Fumian. Want to come over tonight? I asked with a mischievous grin. When Lucas returned to the apartment, I was perched on the shoe cabinet. He frowned, brushing off my dress. Sitting in the draft? You'll catch a cold. No, go inside. She's waiting for you. I winked, nudged him toward the apartment, and slammed the door. Then I stormed to a street food stall and ate with exaggerated anger. I checked my pockets, no wallet. I had left my phone, too. Pregnancy brain, apparently. A shadow fell over me. Lucas. You're here. I jumped. Forgot my wallet, pay for me? Who told you to jump up? Doctor said move slowly. He paid and took my hand. Let's go home. Pregnant women shouldn't stay out late or eat street food. Name it, I'll cook it. I melted into his arms. By the way, what about Fumian? Did she leave? Dead, he replied casually. Excuse me? He smiled faintly. Your precious Mian Mian sleepy won't bother me. As we walked, he teased. You think I like her? Didn't I write her a letter? She must have hated it. She didn't. He chuckled darkly. Then why don't you like me, Zoe? Why not try? I had no answer. I fell asleep in his arms. Lucas gazed at me, his expression a mix of amusement and something deeper. He kissed my forehead. Good night, wife. Lucas didn't get his chance to explain the next morning. I was gone. I had booked a flight and cried as it took off, leaving my mother, my enemies, my fleeting comforts, and Lucas. Time would heal. In a year, the divorce would finalize. He could find someone else. I would focus on my baby and myself. Singapore became my new world. I bought a villa, hired staff, and cut off all contact with my old life. New phone, new number, new beginnings. I launched my fashion line and company. Life was surprisingly good. At 8 months pregnant, I caught the news. The Chun family had a power shift. Lucas Chun was officially head of the dynasty, traveling by helicopter, looking impossibly sharp in a black trench coat. Yet his eyes looked weary, cold. I turned off the TV and rubbed my belly. Baby, your daddy is incredible. A month later, another headline. Breaking, Chun Group head Lucas Chun crashes vehicle into bridge pillar, condition unknown. I leapt upright, stomach clenching in pain. I gave birth to a healthy girl, 7 pounds. The doctor gushed, calling her the most beautiful baby she'd ever seen, resembling both me and her father. Was Lucas okay? I couldn't stop thinking about him. We stayed in the hospital for a week, glued to the news. Finally home, I checked my old WeChat. Thousands of messages, mostly from Lucas. Zoe, where are you? Come home for your checkup. Not replying? Stop ignoring me. I never touched Fumian. You imagined it. I miss you. Reply. Wife. My hands shook as I scrolled. Messages from 3 a.m. for AM. Did he ever sleep? Then I saw it on Moments, posted by a friend. Lucas Chun is dead. Early morning drag racing accident. Crash. Right as I was giving birth. I didn't remember booking the ticket or making it to the airport. My body shook the entire flight. I left my daughter, Joy, with a trusted friend and returned to the capital. Landing felt surreal, like stepping into a past life. I went straight to our apartment. Empty. Exactly as I'd left it, even my toothbrush. Milk and snacks were in the fridge, fresh. Someone had been maintaining it. I turned to leave, but then noticed the eerie silence outside. Even the side gates were welded shut. Footsteps echoed behind me. Bodyguards surrounded me. A path cleared. Lucas. Relief washed over me. He was alive. My first thought, I'll kill the idiot who posted that on Moments. Second thought, he looked thin. Third thought, Oh no, I'm caught. Before I could react, he stormed toward me, pressing me against the wall. Try running again, Zoe, he said coldly. Lucas escorted me upstairs. We sat in the living room, the space filled with nostalgia. Looking for a place to hide? He teased, ice in his tone. You could jump out the window, save a trip, and skip reincarnation. I glared. Stop joking. I thought you were dead. You'd care if I died? Of course. I was terrified. I blurted. He froze, staring at me with red-rimmed eyes, exhausted and sleepless. The arrogant playboy was gone.
My phone rang.
Caller ID, baby. Lucas snatched it. It's the nanny, I explained. Where's the baby? I'll go get her, he growled. The baby is mine, I said. Is it not mine? He snapped. I hesitated, then admitted. I was afraid you wouldn't want it. My child? And I wouldn't want it? Am I stupid? I didn't want to upset your white moonlight or make you force an abortion, I confessed. He stared at me. White moonlight.
Fumian.
The girl in your heart. He whipped around, furious. I never liked her. I like you. IF *****ing like you. Even if you ran away, I'd still want you. I'm stuck on you for life. Unless I die, don't think of marrying anyone else. The bodyguards wisely left. I processed his words. Nyanan. Sleep.
Me.
That night in bed, he had been calling my name. I leaned forward and kissed him. I won't run. I like you too. Let's stop being angry, okay? His eyes softened, and he kissed me deeply, desperate and passionate. He carried me to the bedroom, kissing me the entire way. Lucas, I just had a baby, I gasped. Checking on my milk supply, he teased. You've been running around without resting. Shameless. And you knew it was a girl? I like girls, especially if they're like you. Because I like you. Men can get poetic when they want something. When Joy turned 2, we had a lavish public wedding. Lucas went all out, royal-level extravagant. Embarrassing but unforgettable. I invited Fumian and apologized. In high school, she had misunderstood a love letter because of a wrong character. She thought Lucas liked her. Rumors spread. She eventually realized Lucas had always been waiting for me, concerned for my safety. My crush on a nerdy senior and my mischief in school had sparked our legendary feud. Why was I perpetually single? Because every corner of the city I went, Lucas was there. Every event became our stage. Every other man I spent time with ended up competing with him. We were enemies for so long. We became the ones who knew each other best. I watched Lucas holding our daughter, Joy. He looked at me, eyes crinkling, and mouthed, "Wife, I want to kiss you." Shameless. But I couldn't stop smiling. I walked toward him and our daughter, every step firm, my heart full of peace and happiness.